My name is Megan Dwyer, and I am born and raised in Northwest Philadelphia. And I am a yoga teacher and a shamanic guide. So I help people restore their relationship with their bodies and also with the earth. My yoga path actually led me to shamanism. Shamanism, some people would refer to it as the religion of the earth. It's said to be from 10,000 years old, and that every culture across the world would have had their roots in shamanism. And it means that you see every plant and every animal and the mountain and the river as a being that has a spirit that you can communicate with and that it can teach you. And ultimately, we can use that reconnection with the earth to help heal ourselves and bring us back into balance with the earth. Because I think many people would agree that we're out of balance. I do feel that because of the particular shamanic tradition that I study and apprentice in, which comes from South America. And they're the Caro of the Andes of Peru. And they're the descendants of the Incas. They see mountains as like holy beings. And so that's part of that spiritual connection that I feel is like, oh, coming to pay homage and connect to the mountain. That it's not just about like, oh, I'm going to come here and do my mindless exercise. Can we do exercise and also have that remembrance that we're, sons and daughters of the earth? We've almost become orphans of the earth. Valley Forge is such a beautiful place. I love, the mountains and the hills here, and the fact that it is a, historical landmark. From a shamanic perspective too, we'd, come here, and also kind of with that historical context, remember also that of who came before. The Europeans did, so this is I think it's so important to acknowledge that this is the land, the original land of the Lenape and whoever their ancestors were. And so that's a big part of shamanism too, is to acknowledge the spirits or the ancestors of the land that you're on, and the harm that was created because of things like war. Oh, that's a great question. I would say it takes coming into your heart and your body in the same way that you were when you were a little child. As children, we're all super connected to our hearts and to our bodies. And a child might have no problem talking to a tree or to an animal. And so that's kind of the same way. Your brain might not necessarily understand it because we've been trained in a very rational, cerebral way. We are nature. It's not a coincidence that just like the earth, 70% of our body is made up of water. And so we're like little mini earths, our bodies are. A big part of shamanism work is play. It's like going back to being a kid again. In the Northeast, it's a little bit less maybe out there than it is in somewhere like California and in the West. Personally, it's been more about forming my own communities, especially around the full moon. So I run full moon fire ceremonies in a, outside, and we're in a circle around the fire and we sing songs and we, use the fire to help release parts of ourselves or things that we don't like in our life or we're having a hard time with. And then because the nature of fire is that it's powerful and transformative. And we also have that fire within ourselves. So seeing that we have all the elements, right? Earth, water, fire, air, right, are also within us.